Brooklyn. I am William Wallace.
William Wallace is 7 feet tall.
Yes, I've heard. Kills men by the hundred. And if he were here, he'd consume the English with fireballs from his eyes and bolts of lightning from his arse. I am William Wallace. And I see a whole army of my countrymen here in defiance of tyranny. You've come to fight as free men. And free men you are. What will you do with that freedom? Will you fight? Fight against that? No! We will run! And we will live. Aye. Fight and you may die. Run and you'll live. At least a while. And dying in your beds many years from now, would you be willing to trade all the days from this day to that for one chance, just one chance, to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
Vinny here, everybody. You know, I hate falling from a fucking plane from just no fucking reason whatsoever. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Ugh. Well, after much dismay, I've decided to play this game Dayz. And the reason, this is the mod, by the way, it's not the standalone version. So what I decided to do is play this game. You know I hate multiplayer games, but it was amazing to me. Currently, right now, there's about 1,737,741 players in this game. Now, the good guys number right around 49,424. Currently in the game right now, about 1,354,000 people are playing this game. People that have attempted to survive in this game for any amount of time has been 40,404,206 people have played this game. Or have attempted. Zombies killed 2,147,483,000. Murders, that's people just shooting fucking people for no fucking reason. Kind of like Brooklyn. 9,625,000. Bandits, these are the people that decide, yeah, they're gonna steal from the poor and keep it. That's it. That's what they're doing. Because they're assholes. But anyway. 168,588. Bandits killed in this game, 2,934,474, which is to prove that crime just doesn't pay. Total zombies that have walked, 3,799,159,798 fucking zombies have walked and died at some point. And if you take all the time that everybody has played in this game and put it all together up until now, which is February 20th, 2014, it would add up to 2,009 years, 4 months, and 15 days. This is Dayz the mod. Now, I'm personally right now playing on an Epoch server. I like the Epoch servers, and the reason that I like it, it is vastly, in my opinion anyway, pretty superior to anything else. We're starting off at ground zero. Now, I've played this game for a couple of months now, and I fucking love it. I mean, I love the whole fucking zombie thing and all that kind of shit. I love it. And it's just incredible, you know. So, somebody turned me on to it. I did a little research. I did a little watching of Frankie, things like that. And I was like, yeah, I gotta try this out. It seems pretty fucking good. And it has been. It's been incredible. So, we're starting at Epoch Server. The good thing about these kind of services, you can build your own bases. They've got cars, they got all kinds of shit, different kinds of weapons. This mod is incredible. You have to get Armor 2. And then you gotta turn around and you gotta get the Dayz mod for this. Alright? At that point, I would recommend downloading maybe I don't know. You can go through the... Look at this fucking asshole. I shot him 4 times. Look, nothing. Oh, that got him. The one in the heart. Not the one in the head. That one. Fucking prick cocksucker. Which goes to show you, in the next film, I'm going to show you that zombies do have feelings too. Or at least used to. Now it's all about brains and shit at this point. But anyway, you can make your own in the Dayz Epoch. Get Dayz Commander. Once you get Armor 2, and once you get the mods, what I want you to do is I want you to get Dayz Commander. And I want you to get all the mods for Dayz. And this would entitle like Epoch, Vanilla Servers. This would be Origins. You know, and you develop your own playstyle depending on what kind of server you want to do. Personally, I like base building. It's my thing. I like it. So what am I going to do? Here, we're first starting out. We don't have shit. We have a gun, and believe me, they're giving you a lot. Because usually whenever you start this kind of shit, they give you a gun, a bandage, and no food, and say, fuck you and have a nice day. And you got to scrounge around. Essentially, it's like you've been dropped in this zone where this post-apocalyptic zombie infestation, infection shit has gone off. And what you're doing is just trying to fucking survive. I love shit like that because usually in the games that I play anyway, I'm a solo player. That's what I like to do. I don't like groups. I don't like nothing like that. You know, I like to do my own thing when I want to do my own thing. And that's it. So this game is perfectly tailored to my style of play when it comes to games. I love it. Anyway, what we're doing right now is we're looking around. We're going to check everything out. We're going to try to find everything that we can. I want you to, whenever you first go into this game, you know, it's about survival. Now, I know that you're going to want to go try to find yourself a really good gun, shit like that, and I'm going to be covering the Dayz standalone pretty soon, too. So, you're going to want to go find your guns and things like that. No, the first thing you got to find in this fucking game, the first thing, food. Fuck everything else. You can outrun some zombies and shit. Food is what you want. The average person that plays this game averages about an hour and 9 minutes. If you can believe that shit. Before they either bail on it, or somebody kills them, or they fucking die. So you live in a paranoia state fucking constantly. All the time. You're fucking paranoid. Now, I haven't figured out what to do with these whiskey bottles yet. I'm sure there's something. I think you could do, I read something somewhere where you could do something like a Molotov cocktail. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. I haven't burned a zombie yet. Dying to do that. But, yeah, so we're going to be running around here. I want to show you guys things. Basically, starting from nothing. And we're going to transition over, because believe me, 98% of this fucking game is running. That's all you're going to be doing. Running, looting, you know, killing a zombie here, there. And I've got my night vision on right now. The server that I'm on supplied me with that. Most of the time, they do not. This is a very generous server. This is called Angels of Death, I think it is. If I can remember right. So there's a shout out to you guys. You guys are fucking awesome. You put a really, really nice mod together. Or at least, you know, the maps and how they tailor it. But, yeah, usually you don't start with anything. You know, you got a gun. And then not only that, the reason I got the night vision, I could pick these up too. These are cinder blocks. Of course, you can't fucking walk when you pick them up. You're going to want to have a car to pick this kind of shit up, because you can build your base out of this. I've tried to pick them all up before, and it's like I went from 63 pounds to like 400 fucking pounds. And you can't walk around like that. And you sure as fuck can't outrun a zombie. So, it's good to know they're there. We might come back for them, but somebody don't get them. If we ain't get a fucking car, we'll come back, grab those things. That's going to be towards our base building. But other than that, without getting too complicated, the only thing you gotta fucking do is survive. Now, I like to get the hatchets. This is the reason I got the hatchet here. The reason I got it is because it saves my ammo. If the zombies start coming for me, I can fucking hit them with the hatchet instead of like shooting it and wasting my ammo. I mean, I don't want to waste ammo because it's really hard to take out another player that wants to take your shit with a fucking hatchet. You need to have a gun for that. And, that's what we're talking about bandits in this game. When I was telling you before, there's, you know, approximately working around right now. Looks like we got about, what did I say? About 40, I forgot what I said. Bandits. 168,000 bandits right now. You know, people would kill you for this shit. And the reason that I like that is because I figured, if this actually really fucking happened, I'd be killing motherfuckers for their shit. I mean, seriously, you know. You got a family, you got kids, you got a baby, you got whatever you need. You're gonna want to get this shit for yourself, you know. And people are gonna want to fucking see. Here's a zombie right here. So let me show you the axe thing. Boom, boom. See, now I'm not hitting. Oh, there we go. When you hear that funny little, now see, I got me. Now I'm fucking bleeding. I'm gonna bandage myself. Gonna right click on this, bandage myself, and what he's gonna do is he's gonna tie that shit all up. Stop us from bleeding. Our bleeding indicator mod, if you look at the lower right, you see the gun flashing, you see the temperature gauge, and our blood's the first, second, third, fourth thing down. Okay? When that gets low, you fucking pass out. So, you want to bandage yourself up? Pretty good. Now, as we're running along here, you see your zombie. Is that a fucking pig? It's a fucking pig. How come he's not going after the pig? The pig's fucking bigger than I am. It's a meat sack right there. He's not concerned with the fucking blood and brains and the fucking pig. He's more concerned with me. They need to really work on that. Look, he went between two of them. They didn't even see the fucking pig. If I could act like a pig, I'd be alright. Oh my god. Anyway, to lose these bastards, the best way to do without them coming up to you, running you, not really running you down, but, you know, kind of slow them down a bit, lose them, run into a building. For some reason, they freak out, and they stop, and they walk through that motherfucker. That's what they do. They walk through it, and you could pick them off, or you could just ignore them, and head on out. So we got a couple of soda cans, gives us some room to do some drink, stuff like that. Got my bandage back right here, check that out. That's always a good thing. By the way, I forgot to do this, but in this particular mod, you can loot the zombies. And a lot of times, they'll have like a Coke on them, or they'll have another, you know, bandage or something like that. Good tip. I know you want to get away from the fuckers, but go loot them. You'll find some shit occasionally. Sometimes I found some magazines for my guns, you know, things like that. Now, we got some food, we got some shit. We're looking alright pretty early on. This isn't an everyday thing. For some reason, whenever I decide to play this game for you guys, I'm finding shit. Because there's been times where I've walked around and hadn't found a fucking thing forever. Nothing. Yeah, and I'm practically fucking starving to death. So I don't know if the server restarted or something where they got shit all around here. So it's a good thing. I like this. This is making us look good. Now what I'm gonna do is periodically, like I said, I'm gonna transition through a lot of this shit, speed it up if you will, go to different parts, and the reason is, it's fucking running. You're running, you're looking, you're looting. I don't want to bore the shit out of you with this stuff, because it is, unless you're playing, really fucking boring to watch. And you don't want to watch that shit. So, you can hear them downstairs. See, what they do is they kind of know you're up here for some reason. And, now they'll eventually climb the steps when they figure it out. And then you gotta deal with them. But for the most part, they'll just hang around downstairs, and then what you do is you just pop right downstairs and fucking leave. And just run out, and you can usually lose them if you take off. And that's it. So we'll pass all that shit up, because it ain't even interesting. We found a supermarket here. This thing is fucking great. A supermarket, look, I found me a gun. Now, when you go in the supermarket, make sure to look on all these shelves. You know, if you've got to, you know, kind of kneel down, look at everything, crouch, look at everything. There's all kinds of shit on these shelves that you'll miss if you're not careful. Alright? So you gotta check that out. You come in here with it freshly spawned, stuff like that, you know, you'll find some food in here, some backpacks, shit like that. That's a good thing. It's not a bad thing to do. But, you know, I hate to be presenting this to you right now, because I really wanted for this to be in the daytime. It's actually a very beautiful game. It's very beautifully written, you know, as far as the scenery and the graphics and everything. It's very nicely done. I have played both the standalone and this game, and I'll be honest with you, I prefer this over the standalone. The standalone has so many fucking glitches, it's ridiculous. But if they can take that standalone, and they can kind of mirror this in a way, you know, and the controls are a little different too. But if they can mirror this in a way as far as the graphics, graphics aren't as good in the standalone, in my opinion. Anyway. Movement, the zombies are just sort of better tailored in these mods than in the actual standalone that Bohemia Software came out with. So, you know, I'm sure they get it fixed. The standalone is only in alpha version, you know, which means alpha means, fuck, we've got a broken ass shit, and we need you to figure it out. We need you to play it so we can figure out what the fuck's wrong with it. That's what alpha means. And it's gonna frustrate you, and you're gonna lose your shit, and you're gonna do all that kind of stuff. But hey, you know, that's what alpha's all about. This game is very, very well oiled machine, I think, at this point. Always gonna find a little glitch or two in mods and things like that, but yeah, it's really, really nice. Like I said, this is an Epoch server, which allows base building. The other thing that I have is, like I said, Origins, not so much base builder, but you get a house for yourself, be able to store your shit. This server here, you can have cars, you know, Origins, you can have cars, and they've got, like, literally so many mods to fucking choose from. It's ridiculous, you know. I mean, any kind of style of play that you like, you're gonna find a mod for this DayZ that you're gonna like. Alright, one of the main things that people have, and one of the problems they have in this game, is the backpack system. Once you figure it out, it's fucking easy. Binoculars over there. A little bit of binoculars over here. And what you do is you highlight the binoculars, you, like I just did there. You hit the right arrow, and let's see if we can get past this fucking zombie without shooting him. You hit the right arrow whenever you kneel down. Now, I'm going to explain well, first let me explain kind of the movement, in case you're watching this for the first time. First time is your classic movement with your WSAD keys, you know, standard movement. Use your mouse, obviously, to look around. You want to press your Alt key while you're running. You can look as you're running in the same direction. You can do that, too. That includes your driving and things like that. X is going to cause you to crouch. Z is going to allow you to go prone. If you press C out of any one of those prior positions, either crouch or prone, it's going to stand you straight up. The backpack, depending, again, on which DayZ you're doing, but on this one in particular, all I got to do is hit G, it goes down, it opens up and accesses my backpack, which is your gear. They don't call it backpack, they call it gear. So, other than that, the first thing, look around, check everything out. Literally, whenever you play, whether you're going to play this game, any of the mods, or the standalone version, do not leave a corner unchecked. Do not. Alright? There is shit that they will put in some fucking corner in a locker somewhere that you probably wouldn't have checked. It is like the fucking grandiose thing that you need. It'll be great. A little backpack here. There we go. Those are nice. It's going to increase my storage, so I'm going to switch that up. Like I said, check all the shelves, shit like that, and you can hear the fuckers grumbling outside. I swear to God, I've never been so nervous in my life than playing this fucking game. If you play this game alone, say about 1 o'clock in the morning, because that's usually when I play it, I turn off all the lights, I sit here and play, I got my headphones on, all that kind of shit. This game has scared the shit out of me on multiple occasions. And fucking growling zombies drive me fucking insane. I swear to God. So, the main thing that we're doing now is just getting gear. That's all we're doing. We're going to be hitting, we're going to try to find as much food as possible. We're eventually going to have to get some water. You know. That's it. You want to get a knife pretty early on. Now, this particular server provided you with a knife, provided me with a knife. You want to get a knife earlier on. The reason is, and they're all over the place, don't even worry about trying to find it. But you want to get a knife, and the reason is because with a knife, you can then kill and gut animals and take the meat. So you don't have to be looking for these fucking stored cans of shit all over the fucking place anywhere. Later on, you're looking at boiling water, getting water, boiling it. You want to get the infection or anything out of the water, you can do that. I've been sick a couple of times because I didn't boil the water. And then at that point, your key factors, before we sort of wrap this up. Your key factors. Key factor number 1. the first thing that you want to do is get your food, get a knife, get a hatchet, try to find a gun. If you can, great. Okay? And with the hatchet, you can cut wood. With the wood, you can put the wood bales together. You can make plywood. You can make workbenches. And you start building your little base. You know, there's some sort of insanity to it. And then later on, I'll go into the base building. I'll go in exactly what you need to do to be able to build work tables, benches, starting from scratch, and build our full, grandiose, if you will, base. Now, I know how to do all this shit, and it's really funny. I've never done it. I've never built a fucking base. Never. Not one time. But I've done a lot of reading, and I have a lot of fucking notes. So you and I will discover together exactly how fucking irritating it is to try to build a base. Because I hear it's really fucking... What is this guy doing? Check out the zombie. He's going like Rambo style into the fucking radar. He's crawling up in here. Now, see, if I wouldn't have normally noticed that shit. What the fuck is he doing? Does he know I'm here? Because they do just walk by and patrol buildings. They'll just walk through the fucking thing. You see him growling? God, look at him. Look at that. The fucker. He's trying to ankle bite me when I ain't looking. Alright. Passing this up because there went about another, I don't know, 40-45 minutes just fucking running around and looting. Which is nothing you haven't already seen already. But now coming up on this, we got a car coming up over here. Kept looking at this thing from different angles, and hopefully this fucking thing starts up. If this starts up, and as long as we have all the fucking wheels, let's check it out here. I usually go to repair vehicle, scroll down and tell you what it needs. Anything in red means it's fucking busted, but as long as you got tires and a fucking engine, you're pretty much good to go, you know? Later on, you can kind of build on this a little bit. You can put all kind of shit in here. And on our next episode, thank you for joining us. I'm going to continue it from right here. Thank you for joining. Make sure you like and subscribe. And I love you guys. And I'm going to be back next, and we're going to carry on.